Well, we are still talking about Earth Week this morning, and there are several kinds of conservation efforts happening across Texas. The Conservation Wrangler program recognizes the hard work of some of these groups, and they're putting on the impact that they're making in the great state. Well, Joni Carswell is joining us. She's with Texan by Nature. She's going to tell us about some of those efforts. Good morning, Joni.
Good morning. It's good to be with you.
Great. Well, first of all, I'd like to talk about Texan by Nature. You know, it was founded by former First Lady Laura Bush. You know, talk about why it's so important to support these programs.
Absolutely. So, as you mentioned, we were founded by former First Lady Laura Bush in 2011, and Texan by Nature exists to advance conservation across the state. Texas is very unique. We have 11 ecoregions, from mountains to desert to plains to ocean. And there are over 150 conservation organizations operating across the state of Texas. And many of these organizations need help, whether it's marketing, whether it's strategy, whether it's volunteers. A lot of them have capacity that is needed to increase the impact that they have. And so our Conservation Wrangler program actually does just that. It's an accelerator program that helps advance projects that are science-based, that have a measurable impact for our natural resources, our people and health, and our economic prosperity.
And Joni, talk about how that translates to all Texans.
So for every Texan, we're fortunate to live in an amazing state where we have the globe's 9th largest economy. We, as I mentioned, have the many ecoregions and a lot of places, a lot of wide open space where we can get outside and we can enjoy nature. So for Texans, it translates to place. We have an incredible place to live. And so the more that we take care of these natural resources for future generations, we can not only enjoy them today, but have them for tomorrow. So every Texan can get involved, whether it's doing projects in your own home or with local organizations, and every Texan can take part in pollinator habitat, in water conservation, in caring for all of these wonderful things that we have here in Texas.
And Joni, we have a little bit of time left, but we're showing the horned lizards there. Tell us about how they are part of the Conservation Wrangler program.
Absolutely. So we choose up to 6 projects each year for Conservation Wrangler, and these are the best of the best conservation projects that are ready to take off. And last year, the San Antonio Zoo Center for Conservation and Research, we chose their horned lizard reintroduction project as one of the Conservation Wranglers. And they work with landowners across Blanco County to reintroduce lizards that have been hatched right there in San Antonio at the San Antonio Zoo onto private land in an effort to increase the population of our Texas state lizard. And this type of project is indicative of, again, the capacity that's needed, the help that's needed to increase conservation. This year, we're working with 4 new projects, bringing Baffin Bay back, Hives for Heroes, Texas Runs on Water, and the Texas Partnership for Forest and Water. So everything from water to reforestation to commercial fishing, we are working with groups across the state of Texas to increase impact.
And Joni, thank you so much for joining us this morning. If you'd like to know more about the programs and especially the ones you're supporting this year, we'll have that information on our website after the show. Thanks for joining us.